I think I'm gonna put this out as its own video. Um, but I do want to talk about a few things. I'm gonna give you my opinion on college football media. Then I'm going to give you maybe my top. I'm gonna give you top two for sure. I'm just gonna give you my two favorite content creators in the space. I'm gonna give these guys their flowers, because it's something we don't do enough in life. Definitely not in this space. But two guys that deserve to be acknowledged for their work, despite, I mean, maybe they see it. You never know the power of a Twitter post, but two guys I like watching. Some things I don't like about the space, some things I do. Um, First of all, I think when I'm recording this, I have like 13 subscribers. I think all of that is family and friends. Um, so nothing I do is high stakes right now. But ultimately, if you, in the grand scheme of things, being in the college football media space is not very high stakes. And it's one of those things, it's like meteorologists. They can afford to be wrong and often are about the weather. And when we do these recaps, when we do previews and predictions, it's a huge part of this space. And you're never going to get it all right. Half the time you get it wrong. And if there's no serious consequences for getting things wrong in your job, then why are we regurgitating information that we hear? I'm not accusing anyone of this because I tend to do it myself. Sometimes when I make these videos, I really like a certain guy. I like the way he speaks or I like his take on something. I try to listen to why he has that take. And then maybe I don't make it my own take, but I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I wasn't high on Georgia Tech before the year, but because Josh Pate likes him and explain why, I think, yeah, I'll put him in my playoff anyway. So I do it too. I mean, I understand it, but when I listen back to it and hear certain things I said, I can hear myself trying to sound like someone I'm not. That is not what I want to be. Even if these episodes suck, if I can listen to it and be like, you know what, that was really me, and I'm getting better at it, then that's all that really matters. That's all that really matters. Especially in such a ultimately non-serious pursuit, such as making a show like this. Um, so yeah, if anyone sees this, I just encourage them to learn from others, without copying others, I guess. Be yourself. Um, I think what me and my friends do such a good job of, and my family too, is like celebrating the things that are so weird about people, like the things that make them them. My buddy Ed is a weirdo, and I love him for it. He's absolutely insane and does things wrong that I find funny, and I think all the things that make him him are just spectacular. I think my dad's a real weirdo too, but he's great. Um, so yeah, you don't have to be perfect. You can be wrong, but as long as you're you, people will listen to you. Maybe someone listens to me because of that. Um, Next, I want now I'm gonna give some flowers to two guys. The two guys that I listen to the most in this college football space are Josh Pate and Brooks Austin. And most people know Josh Pate. He's one of the bigger guys. I think he does a tremendous job of he seems like a guy. Now, granted, I haven't met either of these men, but they both you can tell that when the camera turns off, they were very authentic on camera. So when the camera turns off, not much is going to change, right? They're who they were on screen and off screen. They're always the same. Um, I like that about Josh Pate. I like his little quirks he has. He's also from Georgia, so some of these little inside jokes he has with his audience, I understand. Um, he breaks down things very well. He's very articulate, significantly more articulate than I am. Can follow a topic for 10 minutes very succinctly and efficiently, whereas I can do something for 10 minutes, but I'm all over the board with it. Um, so in regards to the production, the succinctness, how he articulates himself, his voice, his brand, I really like Josh Pate. I think he does fantastic stuff. And then more so in a football sense, and also a Georgia guy so I really like that state of Georgia guy. He's a Georgia football guy. Okay, whatever. Brooks Austin, the film guy. Um, been watching him for a while. He has like 60,000 subscribers right now, and he's gained like 10,000 in the last week. Just ridiculous growth. I can never say anything with complete certainty, but this is a guy that's going to be at the top of his field. He's absolutely blowing up. I'm very happy to see it. And this is a guy that works his tail off. Obviously, the Film Guy Network is his brand. He watches film, he breaks things down in a way that me, someone who doesn't know the X's and O's of the game that well, can understand it. And I mean, I'm a Florida fan. He is very obviously a Georgia guy. Um, I wouldn't um, accuse him of being a Georgia fan. He clearly sides with Georgia more often than not. Um, but again, very articulate, not aggressive with the way he speaks, but just very speaks with a lot of conviction. Him and his boys work so hard and they're blowing up, and I'm very happy to see it. And I don't know why that kind of wraps up our show. And I don't necessarily know why I felt moved to say those things. Maybe because I can talk about whatever I want to talk about, and only like 20 people are going to watch this. But maybe you took something out of it, you know? We love football here. It's one of our favorite things. It's the best thing. Um, but it's not just unimportant hobby, right? This is people's careers, um, people that are wrong or do something unethical. It can ruin their career. Um, So I'm always encouraged by people that are true to them with their own voice and own brand and really embrace the things that make them unique rather than the regurgitation of material. And I don't think like everyone that's has a big role in this space does not really do that. I mean, I think I fall victim to that by just trying like if I can sound like the other guy, maybe I'll be as good as the other guy. That's not how it's going to be, right? You got to be your own person. So I encourage you to do that. Maybe if you're listening and we're looking for advice, life advice on a college football podcast, which aren't.